See, when you have an old car, unfortunately, you have to deal with some sort of sellers who buy up all the parts. I'm not mentioning any names, but nope, not mentioning any names. But the problem is with that, it's exactly what I had. I had a little terrible attitude. They don't care. I had a problem with a little insert, and if anyone has a 3D printer and they want a little side job, I have these like little tiny grommets and these little T-clip things that no one makes, and I need a couple made for the Get-A-Wagon out of like nylon. I'll have to find someone with a 3D printer. Maybe that's going to be a hobby of mine in the future. Don't need it immediately. But this is the deal, right? This is just funny shit. You see, this guy, he says he specializes in like Impala and Caprice parts. What he just does, he basically buys parts from other people, marks it up, and you have these dumb motherfuckers, excuse my language, but really eating. Someone bought a power steering hose for $89 for NOS. You can buy a Gates one, it's the same thing, for 30 bucks. But someone bought this old dry rotted thing for $90 plus whatever shipping. That's how stupid, again, like the Caprice community has gotten. Because everything he sells is crazy overpriced, well, mostly. So what's the deal? It was like $35 for a decal. Look at that. A decal. $35. People are buying it. You know, like, that's just such a ripoff. You can reprint that yourself. Look at this, their emissions label. $28. What? What? I can't even say. So this is the deal. I got some spindles, right? They had a good deal on spindles. Recording. What the hell is this shit? Oh, back molding. You see, what they do is they pick up these things too, and they find them on the forum. They'll jump on them really fast, and they'll throw them on eBay for 300 bucks. Plus, I think it's kind of wrong because, honestly, you know, they're cutting out the little guy and what he can do. Check out these spindles, though, right? $275. They sold them now. Look, they sold 2 lots. Look at them. So these same spindles you can get right now on eBay. They're available for like around 50 bucks a piece. The guy will take. I got some, but they bought 10 of them the other day, or another other day, like a month ago, and yeah, they're gonna be drying up fast. What else we got? Where are they? Like, here they are right here. They bought 10 of them. Same guy. That's his feedback. Like 58.50. They bought 10. 10 on this side, 10 on the other. So what they're gonna do? They're just gonna buy them, and they're gonna flip them. Which is just, you know, let them do whatever heck they want. Oh, maybe that's me over there. I don't know. I bought one. I'm not being greedy. I really want 2 sets. Maybe I'll buy another set if someone else doesn't buy it out. But what they do, that's the deal with the old car parts. You have these greedy old fat guys, wherever the heck they are, who buy up all the parts, and then it makes your car like basically unfeasible to even repair because they are marking up these parts to insane prices that they'll say like someone will buy just because they're stupid. I would just boycott it. See, it's at the price, I'd never buy it. But again, you have these excuse me, these dumb people who just continue to add in the whole thing, and yeah, they will continue. But I don't know, what do you think about parts marking up? I think it's kind of a wrong thing to do. I try to sell parts for like super cheap if I find them, just because it makes someone happy. Like, if someone's not keeping an old car just to keep an old car, they're keeping their old car just to be happy about it, you know. So if I can make someone happy and give them that rare part that's keeping that old clunker, like whatever is keeping it from going, and I can give it to them for a good deal, you know, it's gonna make someone happy. But I just don't rip people off in life. That's just wrong. If I had the same problem though, like a little grommet piece though, and the guy totally busted my chops. So look, I maybe got one of those. I should have bought 2, but we're kind of running out of money. But we'll get some more. We bought some other crap. But that's just an example of this insanity of this stuff that's going on. Oh, what, I got another Xbox controller too. And where are these things at? I'm hoarding. You see, I got 3 of them now. Oh no, I'm talking about the guy hoarding parts and marking it up. But here I am hoarding, but I'm keeping them. And I got them for a good price. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. You know, what do you think about that? What is else to Polo News? Yeah, the spindles, they were out though. This one has an oversized ball joint on this side. It's really not ideal repair, so that's why I want spindles. Or if you ever put big brakes, you gotta cut up the spindles, and it's always nice to have ones that aren't cut up. Like you gotta cut the ears off for different brackets, and they revert back to stock if you ever had to. But yeah, I might get more. I don't know. I might get, throw down 200 and try to get more. You can always find nice ones down here. They're really not that worn out, rust free and everything. But then you just gotta break them off in a junkyard. But that's the deal. This like the Impala community is filled with just dick bags. But the clips I need though are like these little push-in things. I may have them in that bag up there. And little T-clips. You can probably make them in a 3D printer. They're made out of like a nylon-ish kind of plastic. Very kind of small. Maybe like an 1/8 inch hole in them. And it's just a little grommet. And then a little T-clip pops into it. It doesn't even have to be like a tight fit with a snap. They're just kind of there to locate the cladding. You can even just, like I put a little silicone RTV or something in there. But that's the deal. It's really unfortunate. It seemed like the president, I think, they have this whole club. I used to have a sticker back in the day. It was like Iska. He's kind of like a D-bag too. Only thing the guy ever did to me, really, he was like bipolar. He was like nice sometimes and that's like a dick sometimes. He was a real asshole on the internet. But all he did one time was program my computer. So that was nice of him. And it didn't fry it. But all the other times, the guy was just freaking ragging on me all the time. So they can pretty much just like F off them. I think his name is Bill, Fat Bill. Who said that? The guy Who Said Tyler. He has a channel. He fixes a whole bunch of old cars. And he kind of does it on a budget. He used to have like Caprices and Roadmasters. And he had a whole video of how like the assholes they were in these forums. And I totally 100% agree, and it's even worse today than what it was. Back in the day, actually, they were really like engineering type helpful people, giving you like a really good deal. What about Rusty? Rusty in Miami, there was this guy, and everyone said he was a bad guy, but he was a good guy. He sent me that ABS pump. He used to build these Roadmasters with like twin turbos in Miami. So when I lived in New York, he sent me that Roadmaster pump. It was like off a car with like 60,000 miles, for like 20 bucks shipped. Like still on there. Because I fucked up another one. Because I don't know how I did it, but all the way on the bottom I cross-threaded it using a shitty wrench, and that's how I gave up on budget tools. I was trying to pull a dent out of my toolbox, 10 years. I'm kind of getting it out. Oh, I'm kind of falling over. There's a big crease though on it. And I used a slide hammer and I threaded it into these holes, and bam, I got most of it out. There's still a pretty good divot right there. If I take the draw out, I might be able to get it behind it. The other side has it too, but not so bad. Fuck that place. But yeah, just greedy, nasty people, who just hike up the price and everything. And then you have these complete idiots who fall for it. But then again, I was selling hoodlight lenses for around like $20 a piece years ago. And I stopped just because it was not profitable. But I basically got them for free at the junkyard. So anything I bought at the junkyard that didn't work, I just basically threw it away, because I always filled up my bucket with these lenses. And I would get, if 20 was kind of high, I didn't sell too many for 20, but mostly I got around like 13 to 15 bucks, which is pretty good, I think, for something you just throw in there. But I would get like, like at a pack like 5 or 10 of them, and that was my my leeway. God forbid, like you buy stuff like a computer or something as is, no warranty, and the shit doesn't work, So I just said, let's sell whatever, the same amount. I got my money back, basically, in those lenses, if that makes any sense. That was like my insurance policy. But I still have so many of those, and I don't even know what to sell them for now. I think someone was letting them go for like way too cheap. They're making like $1 on them on eBay after all the fees. Because they're just stupid, the stupid economics. But this is really unfortunate, though, again, that people with the old cars, I'm not mentioning any names, who was one of the sellers, who was pretty much a dickbag to me. Again, I'll never buy anything from them again. I'll get it used, or I'll find it from a different retailer. It's like, don't tell them. I kept finding black Impala grills on eBay. They would have bought them and tried to sell them for $300 or something, but I paid nowhere near that. I have 2 of them in my stash now. And maybe I'll find some more, I don't know. I found a rare blower wheel for these things too. I don't even know if it's a usable part or not, but it's just the squirrel cage which is the correct size. The aftermarket blowers don't have the correct size cage. I don't even know if you could put it on another one, but I might buy one. They're pretty damn cheap. Make them an offer. So, yeah, what do you think about people, again, hiking up the prices of old car parts, making your old car seem this crazy? It's kind of like the 1956 Olds we had. I think the guy sold it for, I don't know, maybe like 10 grand or something, which is affordable price for that car. It was pretty fucked up. New paint job. Looks like to fix the bumpers. But same people from the old car, that's why I think it sold so fast. Who the hell knows where it is now? It could have been exported. I don't know. I'll never see it again. But that old grandpa's old car, which Bozo guy sold, just wanted to get rid of it. You know, if I would have held on to it or something, it would have been a running and driving car. You know, it would have been. I had a plan for it, how I was going to do it too, with the rust work and everything. Could have left a lot of the paint. Pretty much just need the bumper. Probably could have jacked with the hood and fixed it, and the normal rust in the gas tank, which someone in Connecticut makes now for $400, and you know, do the brakes or whatever, and it probably would have been a working vehicle. But the same things though, you know, they want like $30,000-$40,000 for a 1956 car, which is just fucking absurd, you know. And then everyone with the old shit thinks that their parts and everything else, the complete garbage, is worth money when it's not. So quit hiking up your prices. Do just for cheap nowadays. Be like the mechanics down here, like the mechanics up north, in like New York and everything. They want like probably like 150 an hour or something are up now, and they pay the mechanic what, maybe they get like $20 an hour if they're lucky. So that's like slave labor, you know. Where's that extra money going to? If you were making $150 an hour as a mechanic, forget it. But then you had the people here who are legitimately making maybe like $40 an hour, or $50 an hour, and that's their labor charge. That's their labor charge down here, $40-$50 an hour, and it's fair, you know. They do like pretty good work, usually like mechanical work or something. That's not the painters. The painters do terrible work. But yeah, there's probably someone who does decent paint work though, a small one-man operation. But you're just so freaking greedy. It's just disgusting in this world. Disgusting. Like a freaking hose and stuff. That same guy, he wanted like $30-$40 for old NOS shitty dry rotted hose. Like really? And someone's buying it, you know? It's just, who's stupid? Is it the one selling it or the people buying it? Or I don't know. I just don't like the greed though. Same like the guy selling the Snap-on the little ratchet tool. Used to be $1 from Snap-on. The guy must have bought literally all of them. When he sells out, he sells 40. He puts 40 more on. So this freaking guy in like Mississippi, "Make America Great Again." It's in his ad, which is stupid. Like, who would even put that, Trump supporter or not? That's still stupid. But yeah, he's making it great, ripping you off because he's selling them for $10.99, and they were $1 on the eBay, Snap-on site, and now you can't even get them on the Snap-on site anymore. They're discontinued. So if I ever lose mine, I'm SOL, because I'm not buying it from the fuckface for $10.99. I'll make one myself or something. It's just really unfortunate, man. What do you think? Comment below about the greedy people. Maybe the same guy that's selling this shit watching my YouTube channel. I don't know. He can go, you know. And the other guy that programmed my computer wants to, fat man who's not fat anymore, that used to always bash me on everything I wrote just to be a fucking dickbag, and he would make fun of the way I spelled and everything. Just because he'd be a dick, you know. And I have like freaking problems with that shit. I don't really judge people. Look at Jay Leno. Jay Leno, we always used to mention him all the time. He was messed up, and look who he is now, you know. Seems kind of similar problems. But, yeah, it's just really unfortunate. Instead of, like, being an ass, how about you help, you know, like my friend Pete had. Let's go join together instead of keep fighting each other. He had that video on one of his channels, and he's absolutely correct. It's just, you see that everywhere. But that's my old thing, and yeah, I might get spindles. Well, I do have spindles coming, but only one set, and I hope there's another set saved for me, or I get another set. And if anyone else needs sets, there's probably enough to go around. But I definitely need 2, just so one spares. I might buy 3, just to have another set in case I ever do like big breaks or something on one of these cars and hack one of these things up. You know, I don't know. But I know this one is screwed up, so one set definitely will be used. I'd like to have an extra. Kind of like my heater cord hoarding. I got like 2 of these ones, NOS, and I got 2 of the 91, 93 styles. I don't know. But I'm not going to mark it up to $1 million like they would. Nope, nope, nope. Just put NOS in front of it and they hiked the price 175%. It's sad. And then for that, they like work for a dealer too, the same people. Like they aren't getting enough money at the dealer. It's like they have to go do a little side job and use the dealer's name and pocket the money. Like, come on, dude. But that's just crappy. Probably someone knows it. Maybe they're a fanboy of them. I don't give a shit. I just like to show what's going on though in the parts market for these things. It's insane. Kind of like their cap and rotor. They want $200 for it, and you can find them a lot cheaper than that. Standard makes the same one for like half the price. And what else? OptiSparks, they were hiking them up to like $400 something. Rock Auto has them again now for like $307. So, you know, be careful where you spend your money. That's what I can say. Or you're gonna go broke fast in this world. You're gonna go broke real fast. This tank actually might. No, it wasn't. I didn't buy it from them because they wanted too much money. I saved actually. I spent $1 less and bought it from someone else. And someone on a forum once like bitched the guy that his prices were too high, and he fucking like went nuts on them. Oh, they support the community, so you can spend more money. Sounds just like a dick bag. Anyway, especially with that clip that time, you know, a $4 clip, and then busting my balls about it, saying it's fine. I go, it's not fine, buddy. You sent me a crushed freaking clip, and it didn't happen in the mail. Just sending you garbage. Alright. 3D printer though, I need one, or if you have one that can print little tiny parts, they'll just fit in a little bubble mailer, and I need like 50 of them though, which is the bad part, if you can even make one.